As I was a kid, young, I used to maybe fantasize the things. So for me, Lithuania was always like a magic country.
You are 15, you have initiated the family trip to Lithuania, and then you go back to Brazil. How was life afterwards?
I was like desperate to come back.
Was there a time after you came to Lithuania where you could think that maybe this is a mistake?
So when I go to Brazil and then everybody's talking loud at the same time, I just like, oh my God,
What's happening?
Yeah.
Where's my peace?
Oh
Where's my business?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Eskedar. For the past 17 years, I called this little, beautiful European country my home. I get surprised when people ask me, why Lithuania? So I'm on a quest to give you 100 reasons why Lithuania. I don't know if it's a heart or a kidney.
Well, it depends. As a urologist, I will see a kidney. So
Great. From my side, it looks like a heart.
Or an apple.
And look at this, a different kind of organ, a bile.
Well, I can say it could be stomach. Or
Stomach.
Maybe,
There you go. So cheers.
Cheers.
NADJA, welcome.
Thank you very much.
It's been, I don't know, maybe 6 years, 7 years since we've met. Can it be? Somewhere like that?
2019, yes.
When you arrived?
I arrived a little bit early, 2018, but then I started, working here and there with the...
So almost 6 years.
Yeah.
I met you with a Brazilian bunch at Medellin. That was like our first maybe introduction, right? Maybe we've seen each other somewhere else?
Yeah, I started working with the International Women's Association of Vilnius, and then
we met at that hotel, Kempinski's, when you had the first. Oh my God!
Yeah. Oh, a long time.
Yes, long time.
Yeah, we were.
Take me back. Yeah, you are Brazilian. With the Lithuanian roots.
Yes, yeah. My granddad is Lithuanian, so from my mom's side.
Okay.
And so he was born here. And after the First World War, between the wars in 1927, he, with his parents and brother and sisters, they went all to Brazil. So then my granddad, he grew up there in Brazil, and then then he got my mom, and then my mom got me.
Okay, so your mom was also a mix?
Yeah,
Brazilian
also mixed Brazilian with
Lithuanian.
Portuguese. Yeah, Lithuanian and Portuguese. Yeah.
Lithuanian, Brazilian, Portuguese.
Yes, yeah.
How was it to grow up in a Lithuanian family, having a Lithuanian granddad who also was almost, he grew up?
Yeah, he was.
Brazilian too.
They kept the Lithuanian tradition at home. We were in São Paulo, so in São Paulo we have a big community, Lithuanian community. My family specifically they have much contact with the community, the Lithuanian community, but they kept some, recipes, traditions, the šaltibarščiai, sometimes. But as I grew up there, my granddad died when I was 10, but I had a lot of contact with his sister, who kept the tradition, and so I was always visiting her in the countryside to learn a little bit of Lithuanian, to hear the stories that she used to tell us about the trip from Lithuania to Brazil, what she could remember, some words also. Yes. Yeah, so it was, I always had this contact with the Lithuanian culture in Brazil.
Then take me back to the stories you used to hear about, your Lithuanian grandparents, right? Because your grandpa was a kid. How old was he?
He was 6 when he went to Brazil. Yeah, but I remember my granddad's sister, my auntie, grand auntie. Yes. She used to tell about stories about the life here because she was older than him, so she could remember some things about the trip as well, and words and talk about the nature here. I don't know, I think maybe also as I was a kid, young, I used to maybe fantasize the things, and so for me Lithuania was always like magic country. So,
Yes.
and I was always like, I want to come to Lithuania, I want to visit Lithuania. But in Brazil, in 19 time, you know, long time ago,
Yes.
30 years ago, or 40 years ago, it was not so easy to travel between continents.
Yeah.
It was very, very expensive and not so common to travel from you know, Brazil to Europe. But I wanted, and then I said to my mom, I want to go to Lithuania when I'm 15.
Wow.
Know? Because in Brazil we had this tradition, or to travel to Disneyland when you were 15, or you
Yes.
make like a big part, you know, like to introduce some kind of like conservative
So it's
mentality,
like Sweet
society.
16 kind of
Yes, like
tradition.
That. Yeah.
Okay.
And I said, I don't want to party, I don't want to go to Disneyland, I want to go to Lithuania.
Wow.
And my mom was like, oh my God, how can I do that? But, you know, because nothing is without any, you know, like purpose or by chance. And my mom found someone who was coming to Lithuania, doing like a you know, group trip.
Yes.
To go to Lithuania.
Wow.
In '95. So it was just as the opening of the, you know, the Lithuanian
independence after the Soviet collapse.
To the world.
Wow.
So it was then a little bit easier, but still, you know, like the whole trip, to first to Frankfurt, then to Lithuania, but then because my granddad's sister, my aunt, she kept contact, writing letters with the Lithuanian family, yes. So with cousins and aunties, and so we still had the address, and then we could meet. So
wow.
It was like very emotional to see her meeting their parent, their family, you know, their cousins after 60 years.
Wow! So you're
like, wow.
The sister of your dad decided.
My granddad, yeah.
Yes, granddad. She decided to come back after 60 years. And you accompanied her.
Yes.
You came with her.
I came with her, my mom, my aunt, and a cousin.
Oh
so
my!
we came like
Everybody.
five people.
Almost.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes. Yeah. And from that moment on, I said like I want to live in Lithuania. And Lithuania was in '95 not the way
different.
it is here now. Yeah. So, yeah, but some kind of like, you know, like they say here, you know, my soul was, you know, like dragging me here back. Yeah.
How long did the trip last? So when you came with your family, how long have you stayed here? It
was like maybe 15, 20 days, something like that. So
and then we went back.
And then we went
Brazil.
back. Yes, yeah. So we were just like going with the, you know, like the aunts and cousins and meeting everybody and traveling. From Vilnius to Rokiškis, from Rokiškis to Panevėžys, from Panevėžys to Palanga.
Yeah, were they from Rokiškis?
My granddad is from,
Okay.
My family is from Rokiškis, north of Lithuania. Yes,
amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, you are 15. You have initiated the family trip to Lithuania, and then you are here for 2 weeks, and then you go back to Brazil. How was life afterwards?
I was like desperate to come back, and I was doing everything to keep in contact with the culture. I was looking for the dance group, you know, then I started, you know, participating in Tautinį šokį group. Yeah.
Okay.
So, because São Paulo is a very big city, you know, so we had this from my house, my apartment, to the Lithuanian community.
Yes.
So my apartment was in the south of São Paulo, and this was in the east side of the city.
Okay.
But it used to take like an hour to every Sunday to go practice.
One side an hour.
1 hour to come back. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it's like if you could live in Vilnius and going to Kaunas every weekend.
Every weekend just to dance Lithuanian typical dance. Yeah.
And that you've been doing as a teen?
As a teen
like
from
15, 16?
From 15, 16 until 18 when I came here to Lithuania for the show Dainų šventė for the first time and dance with everybody. So like every time that I had, you know, like this year where I saw the group there and I was like, oh, I want to dance, I want to go, I want to be there dancing all this, with the steps, the choreography.
Yes.
And, So for me, it's like very emotional. It's very nice. It brings me back to 1998.
Wow.
Yeah, when I came here, and then I stayed in Germany to study Lithuanian culture, Lithuanian language in the school
that was
they have
after
there.
you finished high school, or?
Yeah, I finished high school, and then I came here, and then from here I spent a year in Germany, in the Vasariusche Schuliche Gymnasium in Hüttenfeld.
Wow.
It's a very small city with this private school, Lithuanian school. So we learn Lithuanian language,
yes.
history, geography, culture. We speak Lithuanian 24 hours.
And why Germany when you could do it in Lithuania?
I don't remember why I decided to go
Germany.
to Germany. I think because at that time there was a problem with the winter. Because there was people saying that the winter here was very strong, very harsh, and the condition of the Bendrabutis, the buildings weren't very...
the shared apartments, dormitories.
Very good. Yeah, the dormitories.
Were not that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I didn't know. And so okay, my mom said, you go to Germany then. Because for a Brazilian winter in Lithuania at that time. Yeah, let's go to Lithuania, which is to Germany where it's not so cold.
Okay.
Yeah. But then I came here, like 3 times after that, during that year, 98, with the school. And then after that I came another 6 times, and then I finally moved here.
Wow. I mean, that was a lot, I think, going away, and then you are dragged back, and then you go away, and then you are coming back again.
Yeah, because every time that I came here, and I had to leave, go back to Brazil or to Germany or to England where I was living, and then I was having that feeling that
longing.
I want to stay in Lithuania, I want to come back, I don't want to go to Germany, I don't want to go to England or to Brazil.
Wow.
So,
Did you have siblings, brothers,
I have 2 sisters, one younger and one older than me.
And where are they?
In Brazil. And they don't speak Lithuanian. They didn't come here, and I feel like very sad.
Wow.
But they don't have this connection with Lithuania like I have.
And with you've been going to those tautine šokiai, or the traditional folk dance activities with other people, other Brazilians with Lithuanian descent, or other Lithuanians, right?
In Brazil?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they were in São Paulo. Okay. There's still the descendants there, so like granddads or grandchildren or great-grandchildren. So they keep their tradition there in São Paulo. Well, in other parts of Brazil as well, of course, but the community is stronger there in São Paulo, and then they have the scouts, they have the dance, they have the parties that they make, like international, countries, typical parties or events, and there's always like Lithuanians participating.
How big is the community in Brazil?
I can't say. It's not that big.
Not that big.
No. It's big. It's not like Chicago.
But it's strong.
But it's strong. Yeah. Maybe like the Argentinian ones, or maybe a little bit less. But
beautiful. Yeah. Was there a time after you came to Lithuania where you could think that maybe this is a mistake?
Never.
Never.
Never. Never.
Your professional journey, then walk me through that, because you are doing something that's not super usual for Lithuania.
Yeah.
What's your profession? What do you do? How did you learn that? Walk me through that.
I'm a doctor, a physician, so I finished my medical school in Brazil, and then I said, I'm not staying here, I'm going, to Europe.
Yes.
And because of job, it was easier for me to get a job in England than here in Lithuania because I could speak English better than Lithuanian. Because I spent many years without talking in Lithuanian. When in '98, when I was 18, so I finished this year in the Lithuanian school. I could speak freely, fluently Lithuanian. But then, if you don't practice as any language, if you don't practice, you forget.
That's so.
And then I started the medical schools, and then the life in medical school is just that for 6 years.
Yeah.
But then I finished, and then I moved to England. So in England, I was coming back here to visit my parents, my cousins, no? That I call them cousins.
Yes.
They are like very distant cousins, but
yes.
for me, they are like very
close.
Yeah. But then I started my surgical residency in England.
Okay.
Then I moved to Germany to finish my urology residency. So start working with urology here as well. But then in this meantime, when I decided to move to Lithuania for good, I said, no, I want to go to Lithuania, that's where I want to live. There was a moment that I got a very bad ear infection and I had a lot of medication.
Was it winter?
It was very dangerous because it was mistreated because I was in Spain and then having holidays there, and then I got just like this very bad infection that nobody could identify or treat. So I went back and I was by car. I went from Germany driving by car, driving from Germany with my dogs to Spain. Then in Spain I got sick and then I had to drive back to Germany. But I was stopping in France, like to get some medication treatment, and nobody was doing anything. And then I was like, when I came back to Germany, then I got an operation because it was like very bad. No? And then I started taking probiotics, antibiotics, medication to help with the pain, to help with sleep, to help the stomach. So I was like taking 10 tablets and I was like, my God, that's not normal.
Yes.
Because then I started thinking of my elderly patients because I used to get them in the hospital and they have like a huge list
of medication.
For diabetes, for hypertension, for the stomach, for this, for that, and I was like,
for the side effect of all
for the side effect of everything. And then I was like, oh my God, if I am young, healthy, and I'm taking 10 tablets per day for a month, and I'm getting already
even bad, worse.
Yeah, even worse. So imagine them taking for 30 years, and I was like, it has to be another way.
Yeah.
No? And then I think an angel came and said to me, like, why don't you try acupuncture? You know? And in Brazil, acupuncture is very popular. It's like I used to have as a kid acupuncture. Then in Brazil, I think 90% of people have already had acupuncture.
Wow.
We have medical residency in acupuncture.
Alternative medication.
It's kind of like part of the treatment as well. Like it's apart from China, acupuncture in Brazil is taught
mostly
in the residency.
Wow. In
2
medical
years
school.
in medical school. Well, after medical school, in the residency, you have 2 years of acupuncture residency. So, and then you are a medical doctor with acupuncture specialization in acupuncture.
Okay.
And I was like, wow, acupuncture is a good thing, but I'm a doctor, so how can I join this too, you know? And then I started talking with a friend in England who is an anesthetist who does acupuncture.
Okay.
And then he said, like, well, but there is a British Medical Acupuncture Society. That is acupuncture for doctors or for medical professionals, like nurses, physiotherapists, and everybody related to the medical field. And I was like, that's perfect.
For me.
And then I started to learn, because you have to learn a lot and practicing. And then it was like, oh my God, that's the magic word, because like you start practicing for to get your skills, and you practice with friends, family, and everybody was like
for me
getting better, getting like allergy was getting better, the relaxing, and also for skin treatment, like natural Botox, as we say, and I was like, oh my God, that's the thing, and then I started working with acupuncture here, which was a little bit difficult at the beginning because nobody knew about it. Like it was always a little bit placebo, a little bit like, oh, this is
that's not medical or
it's not a medical thing,
treatment.
But now I'm trying to popularize it here as well as a medical part, a medical complementary medicine, like not just alternative medicine like people know, but complementary or integrative, complement to the already treatment given by the doctor. So you just give acupuncture to help reduce the need for medication.
Wow.
To need from 10 tablets, you take 2 or 3 that are really necessary, you know.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So when you decide to practice that in Lithuania, like, how was it? Okay, how did you enter to that?
Yeah.
And who said, you know, yeah, let's do that, or come and do that?
Yeah.
So it's like, how was it? Did you had the challenge to start it?
I had a lot of challenge because, you know, I'm a foreigner,
Yes.
but I didn't speak Lithuanian very well.
Yes.
And I had to, you know, start from the zero.
Yes.
And then I had to go to look for other acupuncturists, and then like acupuncture in Vilnius.
Yeah.
You know? And I couldn't find much information.
Wow.
And the people I tried to contact, they didn't reply, or just, you know, like,
Yes.
oh, I'm not,
NADJA.
yeah, I'm not interested in
Yes.
helping you, you know.
Yeah.
But then there was my mentor, I say, Grażyna Paliokene. She's a lovely doctor and acupuncture specialist.
Wow.
And she helped me a lot. And from there, and then I start, you know, like getting more confident. And then I start, okay, now I can look for a job.
Yeah.
Look for a job as an acupuncturist. And then my boss from today's clinic, that I'm still working with her, and she just accepted me, like, you know, yeah, I don't know what is acupuncture, but let's try. And I was like, okay,
Nice.
So let's try. And then we started, and I'm there for 5 years now. Yeah.
For 5 years.
5 years, yeah. Mm.
How many people did go through this procedure? Like, if, like, up to, you know, statistics. And it's like you started it from zero in that clinic.
Zero. I started like 1 patient per week.
Yeah.
Now I work in the polyclinic, so I have maybe 40 to 50 patients per week.
Wow.
Yeah. So like waiting list.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
I think I'll be on that waiting list.
Yes.
I promise to come, remember?
Yeah, you promise,
like,
you promised me, yes.
So I'm still going.
I should have brought my needles, yeah.
Would have done some face,
yeah,
you know?
Live.
Amazing.
Live treatment, yes.
That's true.
Yeah.
Talk to me about the Brazilian community in Vilnius, because I ended up in the party with you guys, and I'm like, oh my God, where am I, right?
No, it's still small.
But loud enough.
Yeah.
For a party.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Yeah, we're Brazilians.
Yes.
There are some people that participate in our like small group
meeting.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Some people, they just are here mainly because of work, or because they got married to a Lithuanian guy or Lithuanian woman. And then they are still, you know, like trying to adapt to the country and the culture and the system. Some of them speak Lithuanian, but most of them don't. So I'm always forcing. I'm always forcing them, like, you have to learn Lithuanian.
Yes.
But because it's part, when you know the language, you know the culture, and you want to know the people, and then you start loving, you know, like.
And then you get more possibilities.
And then you get more possibilities. You get, you know, like. Jobs, and you get friends, and it's a different word when you know the language.
That's true.
You know, when you don't know, it's a kind of like it segregates a little bit. It separates you from the
daily life.
The daily life.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So then there's like a small group that we go out almost, you know, like every week, or we go to events, shows, parties, or we do something smaller at home. Then we have a little bit bigger group that we try to unite and do some kind of like barbecues or bigger parties, or we go to parties together.
What impressed me so much about the Brazilian community is the diversity. It's like when I came to Medellin at the party, it felt like you had all the colors.
Yeah.
Almost all nationality, because like you have darker stone Afro hair Brazilians, you have like white
blonde blue
eyes Brazilian, and then there is the Spanish kind of Brazilian, and also all sort of Brazilian. Coming to Vilnius, when you came at first, what was the impression?
Depends. When
like
I came
lack
here,
of diversity, I don't know, or by, by ethnic group or by color.
how do I identify a
Yeah,
Brazilian?
how did it felt? Yeah, well, how do I identify is another question, but how did it felt to come from super diverse, country of colors and sound and, and music and, expression to a smaller city,
Yes,
Vilnius.
yes.
Like, how was the feeling? What was the feeling?
Yeah, well, for them, because of the language barrier, it's a kind of like a shock sometimes. Once they know they can speak or they can understand a little bit of Lithuanian, then they love it. But most of them, they feel a little bit like, it's a little bit cold here, or the weather, or the people are not, like greeting in the streets, or they don't speak. They don't speak inside the bus, or like everybody's quiet in the bus. But then when you are on the bus in Brazil, it's like everybody's talking at the same time on the phone, or trying to talk louder in a restaurant, for example. I'm not used to it anymore. So when I go to Brazil and then everybody's talking loud at the same time with everybody and try to speak even louder, I just like, oh my God,
what's happening?
Oh my God,
Where's my peace? Where's my Vilnius?
Yes. I love the peace in the restaurant, in the coffee places. But some of them do the same, like the peace of here, because for us, security, the feeling of safety, that this Lithuania, but Vilnius especially because I live here. But like you can walk alone in the streets with your phone, talking to a friend, 11 o'clock in the night, or I go out with my dogs at night, and
nothing
it's
happens.
Peaceful. I don't have any worries. But in Brazil, anywhere you're just like all the time in constant alert. Because something, something can happen. So this is the big difference. So everybody loves it. Everybody loves it. But some of them say like, it's too quiet, or people don't speak, like they don't talk loud, or they are too quiet, or they don't interact unless we push them to interact. But I think it's a little bit because of the language.
Beside your Brazilian friends, which I know that you have plenty, do you have Lithuanian friends? Have you made?
Yes, I have Lithuanian friends, and I have my neighbors are lovely, and we always, especially my next door neighbor, she's in my terrace almost every day with her kid. But we tend to go to events together, or we do dinners, like come the neighbors upstairs come. Beautiful. And NADJA, let's go, let's have some wine.
Amazing.
Or,
I love that about my neighbors as well. Like where I live currently, I didn't make neighbor friends yet, but in two places I used to live, my kids found themselves a grandma. And we do have like two grandmas from one area and the other, which we still keep in touch. We go see them, they come see us, or my kids go to the village to stay, with those grandmas. And when people say to me that Lithuanians are close people or not friendly, I think what you need is just knock on the door, introduce yourself. And you might get rejected in some cases, but you'll win big friendships, I guess.
I think when you get rejected, I think we are all different. Not everybody is like very open to receive people or to make friends, or they like their close friends. They, and some people like to have 10 friends. Some people like to have 100, and some people prefer like 2 or 3, and they are comfortable like that. So like we have to respect the others as well. Like I don't talk to every neighbor, but I have the ones that I am closer to. And also, my family here, so I'm closer to them. Compared to my sisters, for example, they don't keep this contact with the family here. So it's like depend on each individual to make friends as well. Like this thing saying like, oh, they are cold, they don't talk or something like that. But what effort have you done? Have you made? Have you knocked on the door? Have you invited to your home? Have you, offered, a coffee or a piece of cake? So like, if you don't do your part, you don't expect people to come to you,
because
like,
what you give is what you get, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So if you are friendly to them, they will be friendly too. But this is not only in Lithuania; it's all over, the world. I think I lived in England and in Germany, so I can speak a little bit about those two countries as well. So, so it depends on you to be open to others.
That's true. Yeah. That's true. What has surprised you so far? What is the thing that happens in Lithuania which always surprises you? It's like, how is it possible? Is there anything?
I don't know. No, I don't think so. Okay. Well, the weather sometimes surprises me. Like it's 25 degrees now, and in the morning was 15, and I was like, okay, which should I take my umbrella? Should I take a jacket? Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, or just like the huge cyclone. It's like, oh my God, I never thought that this could happen here in Lithuania. But apart from that, I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's I feel so good here that I don't. I have no complaints.
Very nice. It's not only from the complaint part. For me, for example, what always surprises me is how people take care of their garden in summer, knowing that winter will come to destroy it all. It's like, it is so crazy. I mean, it's like flourishing, everyone, like leaving their job, I don't know, at 4 p.m. every Friday, going to Kaimas, taking care of the garden, the flowers, and then winter comes. And it's all gone. It's like, I don't get it,
But that's life, Once, it needs winter to go, to destroy everything. And then you have, if you talk about nature, I love the nature here because you have all the seasons. In Brazil, we don't have it.
True. We have only a season and a bit of rain.
No, in São Paulo you can get cold weather there, like 5 degrees in winter. Yeah, it can get cold. But then, you have this, the whole life process happening, in front of you. So you have the winter, and then you have, the small, plants and flowers, growing from that stick that's old.
Spring.
And then you have those flowers, beautiful flowers everywhere. It's green now, and the lakes are amazing, and you can swim in the lake, like. Where in Brazil you can swim in the lake, but okay, you have rivers, you have like beautiful nature in Brazil as well, of course. But in São Paulo you don't have it today.
You go to the swimming pool. City.
I'm from a big city, so like it's kind of, I always compare it to New York because nobody knows how São Paulo is, like unless you're there. But I compare to New York, so it's like, okay, where are you gonna swim in New York? In a lake, where are you gonna? No, you go to the swimming pool in a mall, But so this nature. is amazing here, so I love it, and I'm always taking the same pictures, posting every year.
Yes, like I have a friend who's a journalist, Ritas Zamkauskas. I love his sense of humor. He said, now it's time to picture this certain flower, and it is true. Like after he says it, you start seeing that everybody's posting that. Or the first snow, or
Yes.
That's super funny.
Or it's super snow, and it's like, look how much snow is.
And it's the same everywhere.
Yes, and every year.
Yes, and every year the same.
Yes. But every year is beautiful. So
that's true. Where is your go-to place in Lithuania? Is it or in Vilnius? It's like your most favorites or your to-do thing, activity?
I love going to Klaipėda. I love the sea. Yeah, I miss the sea. I wish Vilnius was in Klaipėda. Because I love the sea and I love that.
So there is Riga. Why not relocate to Riga then?
Riga? No, because it's not Lithuania. Right? It's not Vilnius. No. Yeah. No, I love going to
seaside.
Klaipėda and staying there in the beach and then in the water, also like in the sunset, amazing sunset in Klaipėda. Well, in the Baltic.
The seaside,
But I love. So I miss that. I haven't been there now this summer. So I was like, when can I go? You know?
Yeah, I went to NADJA for the first time ever.
When?
I was like blown by surprise how colorful that city.
It's warm water, you know.
Space, houses. I don't know. I'm thinking like where is that Lithuania in other part of Lithuania? You know, it's like I don't know.
There's so much more to see here, and every time you go to a different place, and then you think like, oh my God, that's so beautiful. That's so different. It's so nice. Yeah. And
it seems it's a very small country, but there's a lot to see and a lot to do.
Yeah.
What is the to-do, like activity, when you're not working? What do you do when you're not working?
Well, I'm always working.
Tell me more.
Well, because
that's my life
I work
too,
in
I
work in different places, and now I start teaching acupuncture. And then I start now. We have weekends now practice. So sometimes weekends I dedicate my life now to acupuncture. Nice. So I do like courses online, or I go travel to some places to do some courses and practice, or here. Then now this weekend, last weekend, 2 weekends, we were with the students, and we're gonna have for another 4 weekends.
Wow.
But yeah, so I think the Green Lake here, I love it, and it's close. No, half an hour by car, 25 minutes from my home. And it's amazing to just, like lay down there on the grass, and when it's warm, and then you just jump in the lake.
Yeah.
I think if it's cold or if it's raining, there's so many museums to visit and so many things to do in Vilnius. Go to the beach or to visit the family. Here in Vilnius I have some, my cousins, so I just go there and visit them.
Very beautiful. I saw your text on Foreigners in Vilnius page, which is yesterday. I think a newcomer posted there, like, I came here a week ago or so, and I want to practice acupuncture, and you
massage and
and massage, and what do I need to do, where to start, and you were like, you gave her, the general information of what needs to be done before that, because there are rules, you said. How helpful is that community, Foreigners in Vilnius?
I used to be part of Foreigners in Vilnius before. Then I stopped a little bit. Mainly because some people were complaining about the Lithuanians, and then I was getting angry. So I'm gonna leave before
I say something bad.
I say something bad. So then I came back again. But then that's important, because people they don't speak the language, or they just come here and thinking like, okay, I can just do whatever I want. There's no rules and anything. So no, I like to do things like by the rules, because that's how things happen here. That's why it's safe. That's why everything works here, because we have the rules. If it's a mess, and then anyone can open your office and start working. But no, you have to follow the country's rules.
True.
Safety and you have to pay the taxes. Because we pay the taxes, and then we get the education, we get health, we get. Everybody complains, but if you go to another country, it's the same thing. You pay the taxes, and then you get, but in Brazil, no, not so much. But you pay the tax and you pay extra, and then you don't get anything. But so then when we don't have, we value that more. So if you follow the rules and if you do everything right, and then I don't know about the Chinese medicine that she said that she is very expert, massage or some kind of specifics for the Chinese medicine. And I said, look, about acupuncture, now we have this reglement, we have this, the rules, sometimes I use too much Lithuanian and I
Yes.
forget the
Oh,
words
you can use
in
Lithuanian,
English.
don't worry.
But yeah, you have some, you know, like you have to tick
Rules
some
and
boxes.
regulation,
Yeah. But that's not only, so if you are a lawyer, you want to
Yes.
work as a lawyer, you need to know the laws of the country
Yes.
and to work here, you know,
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
and okay, if you don't speak the language, then you have to try to work at some other professional or I don't know, but then
Get a
still,
consultant to help you out.
as still, you have to, you know, be regulated with the professional body, and we have the health ministry here. We have the accreditation office, so you have to do the things properly, and then you don't cause harm to the patient.
Yeah.
You don't cause harm to the, you know, because if for example, something goes wrong, because it can be, we are humans, we can do things wrong. And then what? The patient will be like, I got, you know, like, I don't know, pain here and it doesn't go away, and there's like a huge bruise, and then what? You know, like she goes to jail or no, or someone will gonna check or no, she's gonna, you know, I don't know, it's kind of like, because I like to follow the rules and do everything right, I think everybody should do the same. And then the world will be in peace.
So if there is a specialist, you know, a health specialist who want to relocate to Lithuania, what is the three things they need to do, according to you?
Well, according to your profession, you have to check the rules of, you know, of the country regarding that profession. So you have to practice. So you have to have all your documents translated, or to English or to Lithuanian, and you have to check what do you need to, you know, because you need maybe insurance. You need maybe a place, a specific place with specific regulations. And you have to have the health certificate, you know, and you have to go to the doctor to have your health checked. And so, like, there are some minimal things that anywhere you go, like when I was, you know, moving from England to Germany, I had to check also, like, can I work there first? Do I have the license to work? Can I speak the language? Can I, you know, like, do they accept my diploma here?
Accreditation. Do I have it?
So you need to check this minimum thing, and if you don't know, get a lawyer, get someone specialized, or go to those groups, foreigners in Vilnius, or specific groups related to your or your nationality. You know, like there are Brazilians, you know, like a Facebook group. You know.
And international houses, perhaps. I think Vilnius has international house.
International house.
And Vilnius, I think Kaunas might get it, and Klaipėda too. I think it's very important to look for or
to get orientation. You know, like, okay, I arrived to the country, so like, how long can I stay here for? Can I stay here? Can I work here? You know, or maybe no, your diploma is not accepted here, and then like you have to adapt then, and then you have to study in a university here to get a diploma from here, and then you can start practicing. It takes a long journey maybe, or not. So I think before you come to a country, not just to Lithuania, but before going to any country to live, to relocate, you have to check this, you know, first, and then provide all the documentation and necessary, translate if necessary. Like in German, I had to translate everything. I had like huge thing
to German language.
In German language, because they just accept from English to German, you know.
Got it.
Here we still have this facility to have in English or in Lithuanian. So, but you need to get International House of Vilnius, for example, to help as well.
That's very nice. What other groups can you join within, you know, so like what other communities are out there? Like, I know that we have, you know, Foreigners in Lithuania group, Foreigners in Vilnius, International House Vilnius,
International
the International
Women's Association, International Business Association.
I didn't know that.
International Verslo Moter Association. So
Really?
the Women Association.
Okay. And Girl Gone International as well.
Oh yeah.
There is the GGI group,
yes.
which are cool.
Yeah. So
yeah, for meetups.
Yeah. So if you are a business person, you go to find the international business group. If you're medical, you go to the medical. If you are an architect, so you go and find the architect
That's a good
group.
one.
So, and then you get information there. Sometimes you find nice people that will help you. Sometimes you don't get, but you have to insist. And then if you really want, and then the doors will open. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you really want, the doors will open. I think we can finish it here.
Yes.
I love it. And I think it goes for everything, right?
Yes.
From relationships to business possibilities to, I don't know, residing in a country, buy a house.
Yeah. Having a dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I think we can touch a lot of things. But I would like to finish it here.
Yeah. Thank you
so much, NADJA.
Thank
That's
you.
amazing.
I love you.
I love
thank
you
you
too,
for,
girl. Thank
for
you.
this opportunity.
Thank you. Yeah. I want to say thank you to the Lithuanian National Museum who let us do this podcast here, and also I stole the jewelry which was right there. I borrowed. I'm going to return it. Thank you for that. I want to say thank you to International House Vilnius for their support, and also I think from now on we can add also other organizations which can be helpful from your profession, just in case you're looking for relocation or come back to your roots. In NADJA's case, or if you have a spouse and you're afraid or worried about their future if you move to Lithuania, so we could try to provide you more information on this one. And thank you for watching, and see you for the next one.